Hello everyone, welcome back to another week of material practice drawing. This week is going to be a shining week. Yeah, I brought some interesting materials and those are eyeball and strawberry. They are always too glossy to work on, right? This week I'm about to discuss a wider range of things, not anything in particular, but these things help me to understand how things would work in an eye-catching way when you paint something. Number 1. The first and foremost thing to make something look shinier is that we need to make the surrounding things to appear subtle. In the same way how the stars appear in the night sky. They are more sparkly and brighter because of the dark background, while in the late evening they don't appear much attractive as you see. Likewise, to make these peculiar colors or highlights to work the best, try to de-emphasize the immediate areas that surrounds them. Number 2. To play with perspectives. As you can see, the eyeball that I'm painting doesn't look flat in front of the camera but is already put in perspective. Perspectives are always interesting to look at. On the other hand, objects in front of the camera without being twisted or rotated to an angle are kind of boring, meaning this simply doesn't interest anyone. That's it. In animation, artists are mostly advised to avoid symmetry or mirrored posing. For instance, look at the following images. One appears more appealing. Number 3. Application. Whatever we learn every day, we should try to recall them while practicing. If we fail to do them, it would get erased from our mind, and in some time sooner, these things again will appear strange to us. So, in the previous video, we talked about working from big to small. You remember? Yeah, and that you can relate to while watching this painting now. Laying down the shades of various colors in place first, and then later working on the details. Number 4. Having something to start with. That is, most of the times we would start with no idea of what to draw, or we have so many things fighting for attention in our mind, preventing us from concentrating. At that time, rather than looking at the blank canvas for hours and hours without any yields, just put on some texture in the canvas and just start making random shapes with much random strokes. You will eventually try to pick an idea to work from what you have right now. So it's always better to start with something than doing nothing. And I did try that. It actually works. Yeah. Number 5. How sharp and crisp our paintings should appear. This is really a tougher skill to achieve for all the rookie artists, I would say. By sharpness here, I mean how well defined the contours or the edges of our painting. This took me so long to realize and to find a fix for this in my painting actually. Here you can see my painting that I made ages ago versus my now painting. I don't know I might compare what I'm doing now with something else in the future also. But yeah, my old painting lacks those contours and sharpness of edges that we are talking about now. That's why they don't feel complete and remain unattractive. However, it's not necessary to define the edges sharply all over the painting. Some part of the painting may appear blur or fuzzy, still that would make sense, but it's all related to how it works overall. Number 6. How do we define the edges of the painting well? For this, we need to have a clear idea in defining the shapes and forms of objects while painting. That's the primary thing to work on, guys, because that's when we will clearly know where to define the contours. For instance, in the strawberry painting, it feels real and attractive because first thing is in perspective. The secondary thing is the underlying details that make it to appear as if it's in perspective. Those are the invisible line that spread all over the surface. We can't really see it but feel it. Those surface defining things are shadows and highlights. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, right? But it's the right amount of the combination of these two which makes a convincing and realistic painting. So we don't have the liberty to mess with them really. Better that we be mindful about them. And I hope that you guys enjoy watching these videos. If you really like my videos, kindly subscribe to my channel for more of these kind of painting videos. See you all next week. Stay safe. Bye.